Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So we got an amazing show in store for y'all today. We got an awesome bachelor, but before that, let's get into some top gifters from our last episode. So we started off this season 4 with our last episode, which we had a personal friend of mine, Alphonse, on the show. Alphonse, it was an awesome episode. And on this episode, we had 5 top gifters. Number 1 spot, we had the real killer. At the number 2 spot, we had Neil. At the number 3 spot, we had Fernanda. At the number 4 spot, we had KB. And at the number 5 spot, a personal friend of mine's, we had Tatted Lola. So can I just get a round of applause for all of my lovely top gifters? And real quick, speaking of top gifters, I got something very interesting on my shirt. That is the official Rate the Date name tag. Sorry, stepping out of frame real quick. So what's going to happen is the top gifter from our last episode, that would be Killa, he's going to be making the official Rate the Date name tag. So hold on while I do this real quick, Killa. Boom, you're officially featured. But that's not the only time to make the official Rate the Date name tag. You go right there. We have midway in the show. So whoever the top gifter is 30 minutes into the show is going to be featured on the official Rate the Date name tag. So I appreciate that. All right, so we have an amazing lineup for you guys. It's going to be an incredible episode. This is episode number 2. So without further ado, can we have our today's bachelor request a box, por favor? We got the lovely Jacob. Can I get Jacob to request the box? Thank you for all the gifts, by the way. Y'all guys are going to be dropping gifts throughout the episode, and I'm going to be showing love in the form of this sign languages because it's hard to run this type of show and also just give all the attention to you beautiful people. But that's why I have my admins in here. So anybody in red, they're going to be answering all of you guys' questions. They're going to be giving you guys a lot of love, and I'll try my best throughout the show. I promise you that. All right, without further ado, let's get Jacob in the box. Any moment now. Oh,
What's up, Dorian?
box. Let's get him out the big box into a little bit of a smaller box. He's a big, doesn't need that much anyways, but y'all got a full glimpse of Mr. Jacob. Jacob, how are we doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Dorian?
I'm doing fantastic. Let me turn this volume up just a little bit. And while I have Jacob in the box, can we get our 3 lovely contestants to request the box? Okay, Jacob, to get to know you just a little bit more, I have some random facts about you, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you.
right,
Thank you.
so the first fact I have here is I'm an artiste. I'm an artist. Do you have any of your artistry with you, or tell me a little bit about some of the things that you create?
So I've been an artist basically my whole life. It's something, a natural talent I was just kind of born with. You know, some people could sing, some are great with instruments. I was just born with a artistic talent. I got some of my work in my bag I could go get, but I also got some on my tablet right here too. That I could just pull
Oh,
up that I took pictures of.
okay. Well, maybe while you talk about that, you could show our lovely audience and these bachelorettes that are lurking in the waiting room. Okay, and it says here also, love philosophy.
Yes, sir. I'm a
What
little
was your
nerd when it comes to that. What
repeat
was your
that?
question? I said I'm a little nerd when it comes to that. I like reading a lot. I do have an intellectual side. I love reading about all the different philosophies or religion, psychology, stuff like that about human nature and higher forms of thought. Just trying to understand the deeper mysteries of existence, things like that.
Well, that is beautiful. Well, it says here that you love philosophy and you said you nerd out for it. I got a little question for you. What philosopher said this phrase? For a man to
Oh shit.
conquer himself is the first and noblest of all his victories. Was it A, Plato? Was it B, Socrates? Or was it C, Aristotle?
It's between Plato or Socrates.
Which one?
The man to conquer himself. Plato.
Boom, you got it. The man knows
Hey.
his philosophy for sure. Okay, and it says here also for your last random fact, and by the way, we got Face request in the box. If we could have Dimes request the box and the lovely Barbie request the box. Okay, it says here, I'm a hopeless romantic, but hopefully we can turn you into a hopeful romantic. Do you feel like you are a hopeless romantic?
Yeah, what I mean by that is I've always been a very passionate guy when it comes to like when I'm truly in love with a woman. I go above and beyond with the way I express my love and gratitude. You know, I use my artistic expression and combine that with my little intellectual side. Sometimes I like to write letters or like a little poetic letter, you know, like an old soul, you know, the way they used to communicate back in like ancient days. How do I
Yeah,
say it?
definitely. I could definitely. I think you
Yeah.
painted. I think you painted the picture out just quite well for us. Okay, so without further ado, would you like to meet your lovely, beautiful contestants on today's show?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Okay, one at a time. Let's get them in here. Let's start off with adding the lovely Barbie to the mix. Then we got followed up by Dime, and then we have Faith. Very fitting names, by the way, ladies. Ladies, welcome to the stream.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Thank
Looking
you.
lovely today. I'm doing good. Pleasure to meet you all.
All
You
right,
too.
somebody has a little bit of an echo here. No, I think we're good now. But yeah, they all look beautiful. I definitely think so. All right, enough about that. All right,
That's
so
good.
let's start off with the first person that joined in the box, and that will be the lovely Barbie. Barbie, I have some random facts about you. Let me know if these things are true. It says here, I'm an athlete. What type of athlete are you? What are you competing? What type of a sport are you competing in?
I do this for fun, actually. I do play a little bit of basketball. I do play football, softball, handball.
Ooh, okay.
I'm very athletic. I like to keep in shape. So yeah,
Okay,
I do a
well,
little bit of all.
definitely also, so you're used to a bit of competition, so you should, you should be able to thrive in this
Pretty much.
level of competition. All right, it also says here, you are Boricua, you are Puerto Riqueña. Is this true?
I'm full Puerto Rican, yes. I am.
Full Puerto Rican, okay. All right, do you know how to cook also? Most Puerto Ricans, they know how to throw down in the
Spicy.
kitchen.
Of course I know how to cook. I actually do cooking streams.
Ooh, that's nice, definitely. Also,
Nice.
it says here
I
that
like
you
that.
are a mother. You are a mother.
Yes, I am. I have kids. I'm a mother of 4.
Okay.
I had twins.
Wow, two
Mhm.
sets of twins?
2 cents.
Well,
One set
God
of twins.
just said, here you go, full house.
It's different.
Okay,
It's a beautiful thing.
that's awesome. We love our mothers, so definitely thank you for those facts. Okay, jumping it over to the lovely Don. Don, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic. Dime, it says here, I got some random facts about you. It says, I'm 4'11", so a little
Inside.
height deficient, are we?
Show is.
That is not deficient.
And then another cool fact about you that I think is the most interesting one is you got something in common with Jacob. What is that?
I'm an artist as well.
Specifically
Ooh,
speaking,
okay,
what type of
okay.
art are you doing?
Recently, more graffiti than anything.
Wow, look at that.
That's nice. I like that. I like
My
that.
life, I'm all types of artists. I like to sing. I like to act. I like anything. The only thing I probably can't do too much of is dance. So I'm
Okay.
working on that. I'm working
Well,
on that art.
Well, I mean, whatever you put your mind to, I think you'll be set. But the thing I'm thinking about is, how do you fit a step ladder in your graffiti bag?
Listen, I make it work.
Okay, moving
That's
it right
great.
along, right over to our lovely Faith. Faith, how are we doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. All right, Faith, it says here, I have a metal ankle, yet somehow I'm stronger and faster than ever in my 30s. Is this true?
Yes, and it's because I also share a passion for fitness.
Wow. Okay, definitely. Well, I
I
will
used to
go
be a
out.
health coach.
Well, I will go out on a limb, no pun intended, and say you're the prettiest cyborg that I've ever seen. It says,
Thank you.
okay, another thing here that I think is kind of interesting, it says, I love SpongeBob and have 3 tattoos to show it. Are any of these tattoos ones that you're able to show us on the show today?
So this one was a random Friday the 13th tattoo, and it's
Whoa.
Patrick. He's supposed to be holding an ice cream cone, but my friend forgot to add the cone, so now he's just holding floating ice cream, and we thought it was hilarious, so I just left it like that. And then my very favorite one, which explains my metal ankle, is this one right here. Says my leg. The guy who always hurts his leg. So.
That's
Leg.
funny.
What is that? That is awesome. I love
I
it.
like
I love
that.
the ink work. There's a lot of it covered up by this suit. But I only got one more question to you, Faith. Who you calling Pinhead? Okay, enough about that. All right, Jacob, I asked you to come up with some questions on today's show. Do you got those questions at hand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Well, how we're gonna have it is we're gonna have Barbie be contestant number 1. We're gonna have our lovely Don be contestant number 2, and Faith is gonna be contestant number 3. And so, but before we get into the show, let me just let y'all know what you guys are watching. You're watching Rate the Date, the #1 show on the platform. We got the handsome Jacob, who has his shirt on for once, but we'll get into that a little bit later. We have these 3 beautiful contestants that are going to be competing to win a virtual date with our lovely Jacob. First round, everybody gets 4 questions apiece. Then we unfortunately have to eliminate somebody. Yeah, it sucks. Somebody has to go. But even the eliminated contestants go into a group chat and we'll reuse them. So they don't call me Dory. Anybody can get a date for no reason. After that, we go into round number 2, where we'll double up the questions, 8 questions apiece, and then he'll make his final pick. They'll get to know each other off the platform, the book of face, the snap of all chats, the gram of all instas, whatever the kids are calling it these days. I don't know. I can't keep up. And then you guys will tune back in next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time and give us a bit of an update. Woo! Does that sound good to everybody?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's jump into the show. Okay, so question number 1, Jacob, going to the beautiful Barbie girl in the Barbie world. What question do you have lined up for her?
Question, Barbie, is what do you prioritize more, relationship or career?
I prioritize the career because if you don't have any goals, ambitions, or anything going for your life, you cannot have your relationship working out. I feel like if your partner isn't doing what he needs to do or she's doing what she needs to do, it's always going to be a problem in that relationship.
I like that answer also because a lot of people shy away from that response, especially on a dating show. They thinking that like, oh, maybe they're not ready for a relationship, but you do need to create that groundwork, that stability. So yeah, definitely, Barbie, I definitely respect that answer. All right, moving it right along to our lovely Don. What question do you have lined up for Don, Jacob?
What words of advice would you offer to your younger self?
Definitely stay focused and don't worry too much about the people that you have around you now, because they most likely not going to be there when you get older.
Hey now, definitely I can relate to that. What I would have told my younger self is, don't worry, a caterpillar, one day you'll blossom, baby. Hey now.
And some beautiful butterflies.
All right, moving it right along.
I like it.
To our lovely Faith, who looks like she's over there on a boat or something like that. We're digging the scenery for sure.
I'm just on my porch.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, great porch that you have there. All right. So what question do you have lined up for her, Jacob?
Grayson. Question number 3 is, what makes you jealous?
That's a good question.
What makes me jealous? Hmm.
Answer the question.
So I wouldn't get jealous if, like, say my man was to like other girls' pictures or even comment on them. But now, if you're going out of your way and I see like you're more willing to have conversation with her than me, then I'm gonna be like, what the hell? Like, I don't know. I just feel like if you feel the need to speak to somebody else more than me, then what are we even doing this for? Like,
Yeah, if the person is intentionally trying to make you jealous, then
that's just
not
a hard question because I feel like I'm not really insecure. Not saying at all everybody has insecurities, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I do know you personally, and yeah, you're pretty laid back.
I'm
I
a
can
very
contest to
confident
that.
person, but at the same time, I'm very modest. So it's like,
All right, moving it right along over back to our lovely Barbie. What question do you have lined up for the lovely contestant number 1, Jacob? And how's the chat doing while he's
Barbie.
looking over his questions? Everybody rocking and rolling?
My question
for it,
for you
Jacob.
is, what makes you unique?
My personality. I believe the person I made myself into. I have a strong personality. I keep everything blunt, truthful, and I think that makes me different. A lot of people can't accept the truth. I could accept the truth, and I can also be very blunt with everybody and keep it truthful. So I think that makes me different.
Oh, definitely. It's like you got that spicy Barbie. It has spicy on top of it. Okay, moving it right along over to our lovely Dime. What question do we have lined up for Dime, Mr. Jacob?
Dime. What's the biggest boundary you have in relationships?
Hmm.
Disrespect. Honestly, like, I don't know. I don't tolerate any type of disrespect in any way. Like, kind of referring to Faith's answer, like, there's certain things that I'm okay with, but it depends on like intentions and it just, a lot goes into it, but I don't take disrespect lightly at all. So it's just kind of like she said, if you're disrespecting me, what are we really even doing? And it goes from both ends, from my end too. If I'm disrespecting you, what are we really doing here?
Exactly. And nobody wants to deal with those consequences because something tells me that she knows how to tag up a car. Moving it right along to our lovely Faith. What question do you have lined
That's
up
fun.
for contestant number 3?
What is the one thing you cannot live without?
family.
Good one. I like that. Do you have a big
I
family,
like
Faith?
that.
I do, but it's not like my family's all spread out. I'm originally from New York, so a lot of my family's still out there. But I could literally lose everything. I've been in rock bottom. I've lost everything and got it back. But the one thing that has always been there and I know made a difference and got me through everything I've ever been through was family.
Wow, it's like you had that question like ready to answer, but I don't think you did. I think you were just being very genuine. So awesome way to answer that question. Okay, moving it along back over to Barbie. What question do you have lined up for Barbie? And before you get into that question, let me just tell you guys what you're watching. You're watching a pretty cool show. It's called Rate the Date. I'm your lovely host, Dorian. We have Jacob, who's our bachelor on today's episode. And we have these 3 East Coast Latinas. Everybody's East Coast, correct? Yeah, Battle of the East Coast
Yes,
over
sir.
here. Yeah, Battle of the East Coast.
West Coast.
Battle of the boroughs, holding it down, chat. And so what's gonna happen is he's gonna have 2 rounds, he's gonna have 2 eliminations, then he's gonna make his pick, then he's gonna get to know one of these lovely Latinas off of the app, and then they're going to tune back in next Thursday, and they're going to give us a bit of an update. All right, that's enough about that. Back into the show. I think we were at Barbie with her third question of the first round. What do you have lined up for her, Jacob?
All right, Barbie, my question for you is, what does your ideal partner look like?
Of course, you gotta be handsome, smart, funny, athletic, just like me. I feel like if I want to take a walk, we could take a hike. I feel like he has to be with that. He cannot sit there and be like, no, I feel lazy today. I don't feel like doing that. So yeah, he has to be, like I said, handsome, smart, funny, and athletic, and a family man. I have kids, so he definitely gotta be a family man.
Real quick, Jacob, do you think
Respect that.
you qualify for any of those that she's looking for?
Just about all, yes.
Hey now, would you agree on a couple of them, just on the physical part? When you could see that, you know, he has some biceps on him. He's not the worst looking guy, right?
Damn.
I'm just
I was
playing
gonna
around.
say,
Jacob's a handsome guy.
that part's
You guys are in
subjective.
luck. It's hard to find handsome guys on the app. You know, I have to scour the internet to find these guys. All right, enough about that. Moving it right along over to the lovely Dime. What question do you have lined up for Dime?
Dime, what do you go or who do you go for relationship advice?
My second mom / neighbor / best friend. She's literally watched me grow up. She's watched me in all my relationships, literally. And I don't know, she knows me really well. She knows, you know, sometimes when I'm going through like emotional outbursts and I can't think straight, she's the one that kind of keeps me level-headed and reminds me of what I want to do and what I'm not supposed to be doing. She definitely helps a lot.
Well, that is wonderful. That is beautiful. And Jacob, if you make her pick, something tells me that your second mom's going to be hearing about you. So, you know.
Oh yeah,
really
most
take note of
definitely.
that. All right.
I'm gonna have to meet mom.
Yeah. All right, guys. Also, I want to let y'all know, I'm going to give y'all 10 more minutes. So whoever the top gifter is after these 10 minutes are up. So we'll say 10 minutes from now is going to be featured on the official Rate the Date name tag. So definitely send those gifts in and we'll feature you on the show. I'll be you for the rest of the show. Okay, moving it right along over to Faith. What question do you have lined up for contestant number 3?
Question number 3 is, what are you most passionate about?
Creativity. Anything that I can get my hands on and express myself. Like you said earlier, you do all types of art. I've always been into drawing, painting. I used to be a henna artist. Hair, I used to be a former hairstylist. When I became a health coach, I started making all these TikToks to get people to see what I was doing and buy my products. Anything that I could be creative with. Like my last job, I accidentally became the marketing director somehow, just because that's my passion. Like I just love being creative.
I like that.
Yeah,
like
very
that a lot.
qualified. And did anybody else notice that Jacob got nervous when she said anything she gets her hands on? Okay, moving it right along for the first contestant for the
That's crazy.
I cannot.
for the final question of the first round, going out to the lovely Barbie. What is your final question for Barbie? And make this one count, Jacob.
Oof. All right, Barbie. What do you consider your greatest weakness?
Ooh, my greatest weakness. Bad question. I didn't even think of a question like this. Probably my kids.
All right, let me help you out a little bit.
They're my greatest
what
strength
we-
and my weakness. I believe my children.
All right, let's hear both of them. Your greatest strength is your
Yeah.
children, and what is your greatest weakness? What is your greatest
I said
weakness?
they
What would
both.
your ex-boyfriend say? What?
My kids are
Repeat
both.
that one
They're
more
my
time for me.
weakness and my strength.
Okay, I like what you did there. Okay, kids, yeah, okay, because you kind of love them, and that's that's your
Love
heart,
them, and
and
then
they're able to get
sometimes,
away with certain things.
You just want to kill them
exactly.
little brats.
All right, fair enough. Awesome way to
Yeah.
awesome way to finish that last question of the first round, Barbie. All right, moving
like
it right along to the lovely Dime. What is going to be Dime's final question of the first round?
All right, Dan. What is the best thing about your life at this moment?
My freedom. I literally am at a place right now where I can really make or break myself, honestly. And I'm really kind of appreciating that about my life right now because not a lot of people have that, to be honest.
Wow, definitely. Okay, so
I
appreciating your
definitely
freedom.
agree.
I will go a step further and say like if you have a relationship, that freedom's a little bit compromised.
Very true. This is true. This is
Okay,
true.
all right. Getting to know her just a little bit, but also challenging her, to let her know what relationships involve. It's more than a puppy, it's more than a goldfish. It's something. It's a human being. All right. Faith, what is going to be Faith's final question, which concludes our last question of the first round?
All right, Faith. Last question is, what is an aspect of dating that you hate the most?
Sharing a closet. I'm trying to think like what, because there's not many things I dislike about dating. It's just I don't want to go back home and share my closet. That's one thing I think about. It's random as hell, but that's it.
Okay, so all right, so if you pick Faith, I'm seeing into the future. If you do, like hypothetically speaking, yeah, like you're gonna have to get in a situation where you guys have separate closets, or maybe you just kind of bow out and you have a corner of the room and you just give her the closet.
Well, my room right
Like,
now has the his and her closet. It's perfect. They're two big walk-in closets.
there we go.
Hey now, yeah, definitely,
Got the
definitely.
walk-in.
Yeah, way to finish it off with that answer for sure. Ladies, you guys did great. Can we just get a round of applause for the lovely ladies? And big shout out to Jacob. Guys, you have 5 more minutes to make the official Rate the Date name tag. So get all those gifts in, and thank you so much for the support. Okay, all right, Jacob, this is where things get a little bit more difficult. Rather than picking the person you want to eliminate, you're going to pick the person that you want to keep around, and give us at least the one reason why you wanted to keep them around. Like I said, you can't pick them all. I put you in a cool position, but this is not the thruple episode. So without further ado, who is going to be the first person you want to keep around? Chat, want to help them out a little bit? Who do y'all think? Can I get a drum roll, please?
So without a doubt, one of my first picks to keep is Faith.
Faith, congratulations. You move on to round number 2. Okay, Jacob. Now this is where things, congratulations. Okay, this is where things get a little bit more difficult. You can only pick one more person to keep around. So who is going to be the final person moving into round number 2? Left, turn, right, ahead. Sorry.
And my next and final choice is Dime.
Dime, congratulations. You move into round number 2. So, Jacob, why not Barbie? Was it something you didn't connect with? Was it the 4 children? What happened?
You stupid.
No. So no, she's still a very amazing woman, beautiful woman. I think she's great. But the I feel like just the parts that I resonate and have in similarities with both like Faith and Dime is like the artistic side, and definitely Faith because of the fitness. I'm definitely huge on physical fitness. You know, I'm training to prepare for bodybuilding competition.
The date name tag, so don't forget about that. All right, this is where things are. We're going to switch things up a little bit. Let's have Dime as contestant number one, and then we'll have Faith as contestant number two. And before we get into his questions, how about we turn the tables, ladies, and ask Jacob some questions? I'll start off with saying, Jacob, this one's from the chat, actually. My question for you, Jacob, would be, Nita wants to know, how do you handle obstacles in your relationship? While he thinks about this question, ladies, I want y'all to think about what question you're going to ask him. Jacob, how do you handle obstacles in your relationship?
One of my biggest key focuses and what I find the most important, it sounds cliche, but it is a huge factor. But I think it's like a 2-in-1: communication, but comprehension. Because we try to communicate, we could communicate and talk as much as we want and try to voice our opinions, but if the other person's not comprehending, they're really not digesting and assimilating what you're telling them, there's no point. You're just one inside one ear, out the other, you know? And it doesn't, it's not taken into consideration.
Look at Jacob getting philosophical on us. Okay. All right. What about you, Dime? What question do you have lined up for Jacob?
Okay, so what is your ultimate end goal in a relationship?
Are you looking for marriage? Or, are you looking to, have a life partner, looking to get married? Are you looking for children?
I'm trying to see something.
It's all the above, but it's like definitely, again, that cliche, but still very true saying about building a legacy, like creating my own personal empire with my woman and building like this memory that not only do we have on our family, but the impact that our entire family together as a unit can have on like the world, on society. Because me personally, I'm always trying to transcend myself and benefit the whole, and that's where like my philosophy and spiritual views and values comes into play. And so if we can do that together, build our own kingdom, like that's definitely a huge goal of mine.
Well, that is wonderful. Okay, so Faith, what is going to be your question for our lovely bachelor?
When and why did you decide to get into fitness?
Ooh, I like that one. So health and fitness has always been a key part of my life since I was a kid. I was always physically active. I was always playing some type of sport growing up, whether it was like karate, when I was like, middle school, basketball, football, track. I did military for a bit. So like fitness has always just been a part of my life. It's something I can't do, like I'm very strict on myself. I would say I do have that body dysmorphia because even the way I look at myself, someone might tell me like, dude, you're fit, you're this. To me, I'm like, ugh, so it's like, it's just, I don't know, it's hardwired into my brain. Like
All right,
I
lovely.
have to stay fit.
Yeah, that's lovely. And would you be able to pass a USADA test? I'm just joking. That guy's all natty, I promise you. Okay. Okay.
That's
All right.
crazy.
We have an official winner coming in. I don't even know if there's anybody in competition. Well, there's a couple of people in competition with her, but she's been gifting all night. She deserves to be on here. One of my favorite people on the app. I know her personally. Shout out to Latin. Can we give a round of applause for our lovely Latin? Big thank you. Making the official Rate the Date name tag. But that's not the only time you guys can make the official Rate the Date name tag, because the top gifter at the end of the episode going to be featured on next week's episode, which is a crazy show. But we'll talk about that at the end of the show. So we're going to have to split the questions in half. So we're going to have to, because we're running out of time here. So each girl's, again, going to get like 4 to 3 questions apiece, but we're going to have Dime be contestant number 1 this time. So without further ado, let's get into round number 2. What question do you have lined up for our lovely Dime?
All right, Don. This one's a little long one, but are you happy with the person that you have developed into? If not, what is that one change that you need to make?
I'm extremely happy with who I've become throughout the years. I used to disappoint myself a lot, or let myself down, all that good stuff. I think if there was one thing that I have to work on, I would say consistency, and just anything that I put my mind to, I kind of start it and I'm like, okay, I'll get back to it. And I don't know if I really be getting back to it for real, but consistency is definitely what I need to work on.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think everybody can relate to your answer. Even me, I have my own personal things that sometimes it's not that I want to do it, but if I'm willing to do it. So my willingness kind of takes me a long way. Okay, going into the first question for the lovely Faith of the second round. What question do you have lined up for her, Jacob?
Faith, are there any life lessons that you wish you knew earlier?
I wouldn't say there was lessons that I wish I knew earlier. I just wish that I would have made better decisions, but I don't regret anything because I feel like it's all helped make me stronger. One thing, like my brother was in the military, and one thing he always taught me was to adapt and overcome. So I feel like always keeping that in mind, I'm a very resilient person. So there's never been anything that I've been through that, like, sometimes I look back at the things that I've been through and I'm like, how the hell did we make it out of that, girl? So that's just one thing I admire about myself.
Wow, interesting.
Like
so y'all
that.
Also have another commonality. It's like the battle of most in common. It's very interesting. Things are heating up
for
on Rate
real.
the Date. All right, so speaking of Rate the Date, what you guys are watching is the #1 dating show on the platform. I am your lovely host, Dorian Gray. We got Jacob as our bachelor. We got these 2 contestants that are into the top of round number 2. He can only pick one, and they're going to get to know each other off of the app, and then they're going to tune back in next Thursday and give us a bit of an update. Speaking of updates, on the last show we had Alphonse, and he picked Cloud9. We might be hearing from Cloud9 at the end of this episode. Just tune in. Don't go anywhere. All right, moving back over to the lovely Dime. What question do you have lined up for Dime?
All right, Don. Feel like I know the answer already, but what is your favorite thing about yourself?
My resilience, for sure. 100%.
A resilient, Jacob, is that the answer you thought she was going to say?
Similar, maybe not the exact word, but similar to it.
Interesting. You know what I like about Dime? She has a nice smile, and I love her eyes. She's just, it's something about the eyes. There's something about the eyes. All right, enough about that.
I knew it had to do with strength.
Yes, for sure. Bringing it back over to Faith. She's ready for her next question.
What was the stupidest reason one of your relationships broke up?
I feel like she's like, I feel like she's like, I don't think
because
that's
that makes me
appropriate.
think of back in like school days. Because as an adult, I don't feel like we broke up for any stupid reasons. But I remember one time I broke up with a guy because I didn't like the way he chewed gum. I was like,
God damn.
like first
Oh my
high school
gosh.
days. That you said stupidest reason.
I'm gonna be sure not to chew gum around you. So.
Hey, they said it helps strengthen your jaw.
The
Listen, I
jawline.
don't
Come
know.
on.
Maybe I really didn't like him, and that was just my excuse. It's not like I told him that was why, but you know.
Yeah.
That would've
So
hurt.
Jacob, you never know the way you chew gum, the way you blink, you know, like
Yeah, you can't breathe too hard.
yeah,
That's
the way
crazy.
you took in that H2O, and you know, I wasn't feeling it. Okay, moving it right along. Enough of the silliness. Back over to contestant number 1. What question do you have lined up for her?
All right, Don. What qualities do you find attractive in any potential partner?
Honestly, respect. Loyalty, I feel like, is a funny one because loyalty is different for everybody.
What does your loyalty look like? Can I pump on the brakes? How does your loyalty maybe differ from most?
If I'm about you, anything and everything else is non-existent to me.
Ooh,
Not everybody's
like
like
that.
that.
I
I
like
feel that.
that.
I feel that
I
answer.
like that.
I resonate with that answer. It reminds me of like a romantic movie or something. You have a way with words. I would definitely say, Don.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving it back over to Faith. What is going to be your question to the lovely Faith?
If you could learn one skill instantly, what would it be?
I've always wanted to learn how to work on cars.
Work on cars. What brings that about? What is the passion for getting a little Fast and the Furious over there?
Very
Just
handsy.
because I've always loved sports cars, fast cars. My brother is 10 years older than me, and that's my best friend. So like everything he liked, I liked, and I can't remember what school it was, but it was like, you know, one of those catchy commercials and songs. It was like about some car school, and I used to always say, oh, I want to go to that school. And that was one thing that I've always wanted to do, and I never did. So if that's something I can instantly learn, I would do that.
Hey, that's fair enough. I got a young extroverted sister who's like, hey, I want to pursue my dreams and move to LA. And I'm like, come on, kid, I'll bring you along for the ride. So I could definitely connect with that. Okay, I'm going to ask the next question. Coming from the chat, we have Honey. She says, if your crush took you out to the library on a first date, how would you add romance to that situation? And I'm going to just say, if somebody took you out like to the movies or anywhere where there was like little to no communication, how would you add some romance? Starting off with Don.
I'll bring a blanket and a pillow and like a fake plastic candle, and we're gonna sit in the corner and read, cuddled up.
Hey.
The hell? What you mean? What you mean?
Damn. What you mean?
Hey now,
I like that.
Man, I don't know what's going on,
Damn.
but Don's getting stronger as the show's progressing. All right, what about you, Faith? Somebody taking you out to the movies and that's it, or like to the library? How do you add some romance to that situation?
Well, when you said library, the first thing that came to my mind was I would want to know what your favorite book is. So that way it'll help me get to know you, who you are, why you are who you are. So I would want to read what your favorite book is.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. I like that answer. Jacob, what is your favorite book?
Oh, shit. There's a lot.
Just
Depends on the
last book you read?
subject. The Medunetter.
The what?
Exactly. The Merunete.
Interesting.
I'll,
Interesting.
I'll explain
Yeah,
if you'd like.
we'll talk. Okay, let us know a little bit of what it's about in under 30 seconds.
Okay, so the name Meruneter is the actual Egyptian term for what we call hieroglyphs, because hieroglyphs is Greek. Meruneter is the original name of the inscriptions, and it means the divine words or words of the divine. And the book is about the spiritual philosophy of the nature of man, of our soul and our spirit, and of divinity, according to the ancient Egyptians' religions, and how to develop ourselves and reconnect with the divine and understand our deeper nature. Hence why I have the necklace and the tattoo.
Oh, so very passionate about these beliefs and ideals. I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome answer. Sounds like a good read. Can't say I'm going to get to it anytime soon, but I appreciate the concept behind it. Okay. All right. So Jacob, we have enough time for one final question. Going out to both ladies, we have Dime lined up for the next question. What question do you have lined up for the lovely Dime?
Out of all the questions, the one I think I'm gonna ask is,
And I see you, Chad.
how would
What
you?
you guys doing? Let me know how your day is going. You're enjoying the show?
Dime. This is final question, right?
Correct. The final question.
How would you describe yourself in one word?
Mm.
Damn, I feel like I did that in the last one.
Resilient. We know you're resilient.
One word?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna use, resilient, but I can't use it.
You can't use
gotta
it.
Passionate. There
encompass.
you go. I'll say passionate. I'm gonna say passionate.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you, Gringo.
It's one of the.
My brain.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Passionate. I definitely pick up passionate from you for sure. All right. Moving it along, unfortunately, to the final question of the second round. This will conclude the last question. I'm slowing things down just to create, like, emphasis. All right. What is going to be the final question going out to the lovely Faith?
All right, Faith. What's something you've always wanted to do in life, but were afraid to?
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
Something tells me she's gone after most of the things that she's wanted.
Yeah, that's why it's hard, because I can't say there's anything that I wanted to do that I was scared to do.
We haven't accomplished that mechanic job that's waiting for you over at Santos's garage.
And I think, like, okay, so I've always wanted to deliver babies, but I'm scared to go through the schooling because I feel like it'll be too much for me.
Okay, so a bit of a stork. What about delivering babies makes you?
I don't know. That's also something since I was younger. And honestly, I think one of the main reasons why I didn't fucking pursue it was because my brother kept making fun of me. And he was like, oh, you want to play with pussies? And I was just like, no, stupid. Like, I want to see life being created. Like, so I don't know. But I think it's because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I did everything I had to do to graduate high school, but the thought of like going back to school to college, I was just like, I don't know if I really want to do that. So that's why I became a hairstylist. And then when I was done with that, that's when I became the manager of a gym. So I've always, I don't know.
I love it. I love it. I feel like the ladies grew definitely as the show progressed, and so did you, Jacob. Got into your comfortabilities when you saw that they were comfortable. Can I just give a round of applause? Ends the last round. Get a round of applause to the lovely bachelor, Jacob. We got Dime in the mix. We got Faith in the mix. We got the lovely chat in the mix. That's my chat. That's my favorite chat right there. All right, chat. Who do you think he should pick? Because Jacob's going to be looking to see if you guys are going to help him out. Jacob, this is where things get a little bit difficult, bit difficult. We got Dime. You got the artistry in common with her. She's a resilient woman. You know who she goes to for advice. She showed you her vulnerabilities. You got the lovely Faith. You got the aesthetics as far as the fitness in common, the fitness goals. So you know that you guys can be doing that. She also is very family oriented. We heard about the brother like 2 or 3 times, and she also has like just a certain level of like a certain maturity to her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So can I get a drum roll, please? Jacob, who is going to be today's winner on Rate the Date?
This is a very tough one. I don't know, something's pulling me this way, so I'm gonna just listen to that. My choice? All right, I'm gonna throw it out there and Hail Mary. I like both of you. This is a very tough one. I'm gonna say that right now.
Yeah,
but there's
I
just something
understand.
here that it's a more, I don't know, it's an internal feeling that's pulling me, but I gotta choose Dime.
Dime, congratulations. You make it on. So, all right, we'll talk about that. Faith, you look beautiful. Something tells me that you're not going to be shy of having attention. And we loved having you on the show today. Faith, did you have a good time at least? Yeah, of course, of course, of course, of course. And definitely make sure to Faith. That's a tongue twister. Faith.
I got you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I would love to bring you back as a bachelorette and maybe get you a couple of guys.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
All right, let's do it. Thank you, Faith. I appreciate you. We'll talk after this.
Appreciate you, Faith. Stay blessed.
And then there were two. Congratulations, Dom. You're today's winner.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess I could. You painted a picture into our lovely bachelor's heart. So what I want you guys to do is you guys to get to know each other off of the platform. I think both of y'all have Instagram. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So I'll connect you on the gram. I'll create a group chat. I'll be in there. I'll tell you what are the criteria. Just kind of no expectations. Have some fun. All I ask is that you tune in next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time and give us a bit of an update. Is that okay?
Of course.
Well, definitely.
Sure.
Did you guys have fun on the show?
I did.
Yeah, this is interesting. I've never done anything like this.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate having you, Jacob. All right, so you guys get out of here. Y'all get to know each other. I'll create a little group chat for y'all. We're gonna definitely. We appreciate it having you, Jacob. Just you. Hey, they look cute together, guys. I do say so myself. Here on Rate the Date, where we turn virtual dating into reality, we definitely try to do our best. But I think something tells me that we're definitely going to have something special happen with that couple. Fingers crossed, at least. All right, here is where I plug a couple of things that we have going. We have host Winda. She has an auction, Dom or Sub. So spicing things up. Thank you for that gift. That's going to be on August 5th. So what's that, 2 days from now? I don't know. And yeah, so your boy's going to be on there at 9:30 at night. Who knows if I'm going to be here or maybe at a bar. I don't know. We'll talk about that on the after show. And then we have Suited Up with Chris Casper. That's every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I would like to say that you guys have been awesome. You guys are going to see me at Live Fest. And I got something very, very special in the works. Can we just give a special round of applause to our lovely audience today? These awesome supporters. Storm, I see you. I see you, Dakilla. And Dakilla, you didn't, I don't know if you were here, but you were featured at the top of the hour because you were the top gifter from the last episode. Fun size. Looking forward to seeing you. We got 2 more minutes here, so let me just rock and roll. Hold on. Let me actually go in and give somebody a little bit. Let me see if we can get our last the last person that was picked, I want to get a bit of an update. Let me see if she's still online. Let me see, where is she at? Do 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 do. Pardon me. You guys have some fun and just enjoy yourself in the chat. I feel oh, somebody's requesting the box. Nope, nope, nope. Sorry, it's not that episode. All right, where are you? Did she get off? There she is. Okay. She's battling somebody. That's so funny. Thank you so much, man. Y'all was raining down. Look at y'all. Y'all sure do feel special. All right. So basically what happened, it's our lovely Clouded. She's battling somebody right now. But she said, my friend Alphonse didn't get back to her. He left her on red. How dare he? I'm going to give him a piece of my mind and figure that out. But next time we have a live show. So we're going to have The Bachelor. We're going to have the 3 contestants, all live and in person. Everybody's going to be blindfolded. Yours truly is going to be there. We have an MC, a DJ that's going to be in the house. That's going to be on the mic also. So that's going to be a special, special event. You guys do not want to miss out. But thank you so much. We got Kalila, we got Brave, we got the lovely Queen Boss making things happen. Queen Boss is one of my official Rate the Date admins. If you guys want to get booked on the show, all you have to do is slide into my DMs. I understand it's not going to be like that. And just say, Dorian, I want to get on the show, and we'll plug you in on season 4. We still have some opening spots available on this season, and we're definitely looking forward to season 5, where yours truly is going to be the Bachelor. And we have some more things in the works there that planned for y'all. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been another installment. Still appreciate those gifts. Get those gifts in. Get those gifts in. Definitely going to buy grandma a new pair of shoes with all this stuff that we got going on. Thank y'all. This concludes Rate the Date, season 4, episode 2. Until next time.